Are you looking for books to help your kids learn how to read? The Usborne, My First Reading Library set, is one that you definitely need to have. It has these books that are numbered for different levels, starting with 1 through 15. That's the green section right here. And they level up to the orange and the purple. And in the beginning of every book, it shows how the book will work, a little note to parents. And the grown-up will read this part. The kiddo learning to read will sound out these simple, short sentences. And they will get more challenging as you increase the level. And the great thing about these are they're short, silly books, keeps the kiddo's interest, and it has these questions in the back, which really helps with reading comprehension and making sure your kiddo is knowing what's happening in the story. And then there's also answers to those questions and more guidance for the grown-up. So that is from the Usborne First Reading Library. Another favorite of mine, the School of Monsters books. There were just a few when these first came out, and we would read them again and again and again. You meet a different character in each book, and they have some kind of issue or problem that they need to solve. And these are a great book for those kiddos just learning how to read. These words that are in different colors are different sight words. And in the back, you can also learn how to draw that character. And I love this part here. New words to learn. You started with the green, then next level orange, and well done if you learned those red words as well. So some of the books have more green words. As you can see, this one's mostly green. This book will be a little bit easier. There are several in this series, so I'm so happy about this because this is a favorite of my youngest reader, and she's not quite reading yet, but she adores these books, and it keeps me engaged because the stories are different, and you meet new characters and new classmates in each story. And you can buy those individually or as a box set and save some money that way. So it's a great deal that way too. We also have Phonics Readers. This one, for example, Giraffe in the Bath. These are short, silly, colorful stories. Great for read alouds. There's also a note about phonics and phonemic awareness and the different sounds that you're learning in each story. You can buy these individually for $6.99 a piece for the paperback version. Or if you want more bang for your buck, buy a combined volume like this one, a hardback book with all these stories in one combined volume. And so you would get all the stories in one book. So it's a little bit easier to travel with. If you're going somewhere, you can take one book instead of several, and that's only $14.99. We also have leveled readers. So these levels, level 1 is for new readers. This one is level 2 for developing readers, and I'll show you what it looks like. So you can see the level of a level 2 book, how many words per page. Level 3 is for confident readers, and level 4 for a step to chapter books. We also have Usborne storybooks. So after those leveled readers, you could step up to the storybooks. This is a beginner reader level, The Boy Who Cried Wolf. You can see still great full color illustrations, but more words per page. And beyond that, we have a developing reader and a confident reader. And these have QR codes on the back, so you can scan that and you can listen to the book being read out loud or follow along. We also have dual level readers. These are great for partner reading. This is the complete book of Farmyard Tales. This one has several stories in one book. And the cool thing about this one is you can read just along the top and turn the page and keep reading just along the top, and the story is going to make sense. Or you can have your kiddo read along the top and the grown-up along the bottom, or an older sibling along the bottom, or as their reading develops and gets stronger, they can read the top and the bottom, and that's just going to add more details to the story. And because this is from the Poppy and Sam series, we have the famous Stephen Cartwright duck, and you can find the little duck on every page. Can you see him right here? So it's a fun search and find book as well. And the cool thing about this one, it does have a CD in the back. Well, that one's missing because my kids use it all the time. But this one comes with a CD, or you can get the kind that has the QR code and listen to the stories read out loud by scanning that QR code. So this is the Poppy and Sam Complete Book of Farmyard Tales. I also recommend, they're not really for helping your kiddos learn to read, but it's more to keep reading a positive, fun experience that's enjoyable for your kids. And when your kids are enjoying reading, they're gonna do it more. As they do it more, they're gonna get better. And as they get better, they're gonna get more confident with it. And they're gonna continue to read and read. So this book I love to have as a recommendation for bedtime stories. They're short stories. And this is the Poppy and Sam again, favorite fairy tales. So I like to recommend this book. And last but not least, we also have beginner chapter books. So books like Hey Jack and Billy B. Brown are a great introduction to chapter books. So as your kids are learning how to read, you want to build their confidence. And Billy B. Brown and Hey Jack books only have a few words per page, so it's not going to be overwhelming. The author actually wrote these for her son with him in mind because he was a struggling reader who didn't like to read. And as a children's book author, she said, oh, I can't have that. So she would write these books, and whenever the story would start to lose his interest, she'd rewrite that part of the book. This is a great introduction to chapter books. And my own kiddo, who's kind of similar in that way, he would always say, I don't want to read, because he felt not as confident as his older sister who loves reading. When he first read one of these books, he read the whole thing front to back and was so proud of himself for completing a whole chapter book. So these really help build their confidence as well. They're easy readers. Again, not too many words per page. It does have illustrations, so that helps as well. And they can get through them pretty fast and build that confidence. So those are a few books that I like to recommend for early readers, kiddos learning how to read. And if you need any further recommendations or peek inside other books, I'm more than happy to help.